Please, let him go!
Just look at how pathetic you are. Please, brother, show some pride. You have until tomorrow. Try to enjoy it.
Stop!
Let me down, let me down.
I'm expecting great things from you, brother. Don't let me down. Go on!
Daddy, help me, Daddy.
Go on! Go on!
What's going on, YouTuber? This your boy G coming back to you from the 432, and in this video we're going to continue reviewing the Saiyan Saga by sharing some thoughts on what went down in the fight between Piccolo, Goku, and Raditz. But before I continue, I'd like to recap everything that led us up to this point so that it makes sense, because I honestly left out some major details that I should have mentioned in my last video, which I greatly apologize to you about, folks. I'll make sure to make it up to you in today's part 2 of the Saiyan Saga review. So if you haven't seen any part of the Saiyan Saga, go ahead and stop or keep watching, because there will be spoilers in this information. In last week's part 1 video, I quickly went over who we met and what went down in the first 3 episodes to the Funimation dub version of Dragon Ball Z, where I spoke a little bit about Gohan, Raditz, the unlikely alliance between Piccolo and Goku, shared some cool Easter eggs, but neglected the most important detail, which was the storyline itself. So to keep it short and sweet, Dragon Ball Z is the continuation anime series to the 1980s Dragon Ball anime series that takes us 5 years into Goku's life as a young married man and a father to his 4-year-old son named Gohan, who is seen with a tail similar to how we saw Goku with his tail in Dragon Ball. But Goku's son wasn't the only one making his debut in episode 1. His evil brother Raditz was also introduced to the series as a ruthless space pirate who came down to planet Earth in hopes to recruit his little brother named Kakarot, aka Goku. And with the help of his scouter, which is an advanced device that can detect and locate power levels, he managed to land himself face to face with Mr. Piccolo, Goku's rival, who was pretty shook about what kind of energy Raditz was putting off, especially after eating one of his evil explosion techniques.
You've managed to singe some of my leg hairs.
But just before Raditz could retaliate, his scouter picks up on a much higher power level that he is certain must be his brother Kakarot's. Where in this case, he is heading straight for Goku and Gohan, who are making their way to Master Roshi's house in episode 2. The Dragon Ball gang is having a reunion so that everyone can catch up and meet Gohan, until everything takes a dark turn when Raditz arrives to reveal the untold truth about Goku's, or should I say Kakarot's, true origins. Raditz reveals that Goku is really a Saiyan who was born on planet Vegeta, a powerful warrior race who originally sent Goku down to Earth so that one day he could conquer it and help put it on the galactic market. Raditz came to Earth hoping that he completed that mission, but little did he know that in pre-Dragon Ball, Goku fell into a deep ravine shortly after his grandpa Gohan finds him inside his space pod deep in the forest. And when Goku recovered from his head injury, he was said to have woken up as this happy, loving little boy who we came to know at the beginning of Dragon Ball. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful storytelling, folks. Absolutely amazing. But as everyone looks on in confusion, Krillin tries to tell Raditz to leave, but instead gets himself slapped, which then reveals Raditz's Saiyan tail. A tail that looks very similar to how Goku's was in Dragon Ball, confirming Goku's Saiyan origin. But with Goku no longer having his Saiyan tail, Raditz tells him that he no longer has the ability to transform into his true potential, which absolutely disgusts Raditz. Although Goku tells him that he doesn't care who he is or what the Saiyan race stands for.
My name is Goku, and I live here. Now leave us alone!
Which leaves Raditz threatening to kidnap Gohan and raise him himself so that he can teach him to transform into a great ape at the full moon, since Gohan still attains his Saiyan tail. Only there was no way Goku and the gang was ever letting that happen without a fight. Until All hope was diminished when one of Earth's strongest fighters was easily taken out with one blow. It was bone-chilling for Master Roshi to watch one of his most gifted pupils fall right before his eyes. Nobody knew what to do at this point, which led Gohan to slip through Bulma's arms to go help his father, but gets intercepted by his evil uncle Raditz, where he then tells Goku that if he wants to see Gohan alive, he must join and prove his initiation to his Saiyan clan by eliminating 100 Earthlings and literally stack them on Master Roshi's island for a head count. Ruthless. As the gang looks on in horror, all Goku can do is lay in pain, begging Raditz to leave his frightened son alone before he flies off menacingly, leaving our heroes in shock. But after taking a minute to recover and think of a plan, Goku realized Raditz's weak spot, which was his tail. If he can get close enough to grab it, he has a very good chance at paralyzing the more stronger, more powerful Raditz. But he can't do it alone, so the gang decides to team up once again and fight against the odds like the good old Dragon Ball days. Until...
You'll never succeed. You're too weak.
Mr. Piccolo arrives to offer his rival Goku a temporary truce in order to team up and fight against their mutual threat. Beautiful, folks. It's taking two rivals from Dragon Ball to put their differences aside in order to team up and fight against the first villain in Dragon Ball Z. Just amazing storytelling by Akira Toriyama, and much respect to the production companies as well. Fantastic character development. But that concludes our recap of part 1, because now it's time to dive into part 2 of the Saiyan Saga review and rewind back to talk a little bit about the fierce battle between Goku, Piccolo, and Raditz. So again, if you haven't seen the Saiyan Saga, go ahead and stop or keep watching, because there will be spoilers in this information. So I'd like to start off by saying I really enjoyed seeing the respect that these two low-key have for each other. And just the way Piccolo and Goku agreed to attack Raditz head on was so intense to see, because remember, these two fought each other almost to death in Dragon Ball. So for us fans to see these two head into a fight together is just badass. Their entrance alone to the battlefield is badass. But before the duo arrived, Raditz was picking up on a big power level coming from the space pod where he was holding Gohan captive. He didn't have much time to figure out what was going on, because his scouter quickly picked up on both Piccolo and Goku making their way towards him. So as both fighters make their epic entrance, Raditz stares them down because he is surprised to see that Goku came so soon along with the green man he met earlier. I loved seeing the classic removal of the weighted clothing, only this time we got to see the difference in power level through Raditz's scouter. And with that being said, Raditz didn't seem too worried because he laughs and insults the strength that these two brought to the table. But that's when Goku tells Raditz that you don't always need strength to win in a fight. Which then Piccolo quickly remembers Goku's plan he was originally going to use with Krillin and Master Roshi, which was to get close enough to grab his tail. Folks, this is why I love Dragon Ball Z the most. It had a much more serious tone, and we got to see how much Goku improved since he began training with Master Roshi in Dragon Ball. Because at this moment right here, Goku is taking both these cats to school. The Turtle Hermit School.
A strong body is pointless unless you know how to use it. And that takes brain power.
Oh, but I don't have that.
At this point, Raditz has given up all hope on recruiting Goku, so he tells him that he is a disgrace to all Saiyans and that he should prepare to die. Before ferociously rushing in, elbowing both guys in the back, demonstrating his speed right off the bat. Both Piccolo and Goku could not believe it, and to make things psychologically worse, Raditz tells them that the other two Saiyans in his clan are far much stronger than he is. Raising the stakes even higher, and not just for Goku this time, but for Mr. Piccolo as well. It's so bad at this point that Goku even confesses to Piccolo that he is very much scared fighting this time around. Something we rarely saw Goku go through emotionally in Dragon Ball. But it's gonna take more than just fear to stop Goku from getting Gohan back. So before they continued fighting, Goku confirms with Raditz that his son is still alive, where we then see Goku fly up to let Gohan know to hang in there a little longer. knowing that this fight might be his last. So with the help of his rival Piccolo, both prepare to begin round 2, where this time it's Goku and Piccolo charging in first, throwing anything at everything, giving Raditz different angles. But with Raditz being the beast that he is, he calmly bobs and weaves everything that these guys are throwing at him. And the chilling part about it is that Raditz looks like he's enjoying it all too well. Saiyans. Both Piccolo and Goku try their best to stay consistent with their attacks, hoping to wear the bigger man down, which lures them straight into Raditz's double Sunday blast that barely misses them. But after we see Goku get knocked down once more, we find out that Raditz's double Sunday actually blasted one of Piccolo's arms clean off, which then causes Piccolo to reveal his secret technique, a technique he was training to use on Goku since his defeat in Dragon Ball. Folks, this is a technique that Piccolo's been working on for 5 years but hasn't fully mastered it, so Goku will have to hold Raditz off on his own until Piccolo powers it up.
All right, do your best, Goku.
Intense. So as Goku tries his best to fight off Raditz, we get to see him use the Bendy Kamehameha wave for the first time, which actually had Raditz on the run for a bit until he turns around, eats the blast, and throws one of his own right back at Goku, causing him to come crashing down into Raditz's grip. Then, out of nowhere, Raditz's scouter picks up on Piccolo charging up his new technique that would become known as the Special Beam Cannon.
Alright then, Green Man, let's see what you've got! It's all yours, Special Beam Cannon!
Only Piccolo barely misses him, which leaves Raditz furious, ready to end the Green Man's life right here, right now. Until...
You were careless.
Goku does the unthinkable and grabs Raditz's tail like he said he was gonna do. Beautiful, folks. Beautiful. Giving Piccolo the chance to power up one more Special Beam Cannon. Raditz starts to apologize and begs for mercy, promising Goku that if he were to let him go, he would leave Earth and never come back again. So what does our loving, forgiving, idiot Goku do? He lets the freaking guy's tail go. Bruh. Which leads Raditz into betraying Goku from his promise to leave and gains the upper hand once more, making Goku pay by brutally stomping him down while Piccolo watches in horror. But as Raditz is beating on Goku, Gohan can hear his father as he screams in agony, where we are then surprised to see that Gohan has had enough.
I don't believe it!
The power level readings Raditz was picking up earlier from the crater were really coming from Gohan. Unreal. This means that Gohan isn't so passive and weak after all. And right now, he is not liking what he's seeing, which causes him to blow a gasket and reveal a glimpse of his hidden, untapped power. Gohan hit Raditz so hard that it pierced his armor, causing the evil Saiyan to finally fold, something that Piccolo and Goku failed to do. Amazing, folks. Who would have ever thought that the helpless passive Gohan had such hidden power hidden deep within him? I'm gonna end part 2 of the Saiyan Saga review here because what happens next deserves to have its own separate video, ladies and gentlemen. It would be too much for one video, given the fact that I already had to recap part 1 because I failed to give you all the details. Which again, I greatly apologize about. I'm getting better after each upload, so please bear with me, folks. But for the meantime, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you're new to this channel, you can hit like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for the next video. Until then, peace, love, and hair grease, my friends. This your boy G. I'm out.